Rosenberger, and this is my speech on sports concussions, and here's my audience. Here's my mom's friend Lynn, here's my dad, and here's my mom. Alright, I'm doing my speech on sports concussions because I want people to be more aware about sports concussions and what's going on in the brain after it happens. I want athletes to not get them as much, and I think it's a good issue to follow because many Americans love to play sports, and if you have a friend or a loved one or some kids that play sports, you need to know about this, and you don't want this information just to go over your head. Alright, so sports concussions. So this is a study by the Head Case Company. They do sports concussion research only, and 3.5 million Americans reported concussions from playing sports in 2012. 33% of them happen in practice. 40% of high school football players get concussions. 1 in 5 athletes get a concussion playing in the season. 90% of concussions, you do not go unconscious. So in the old days, they think, oh, you go unconscious, you get a concussion. If you get hit in the head, you get right back up, you're fine. That's not true anymore. They used to have a 15-minute rule where if you don't have any symptoms in 15 minutes, you go back in the game, which is not true. It takes a long time for the brain to develop back. And for 100,000 athlete exposures, so 100,000 athletes that are playing the sport, in football, 67 to 76 of them get exposed to a head concussion. In ice hockey, 54 of them get exposed. Girls soccer is 33. And boys lacrosse, 40 of them get a concussion. Alright, I want to tell you what is a concussion. Alright, a concussion occurs whenever you get hit in the head or your body gets hit and your brain hits against the skull and it hurts your nervous system. It bounces off the skull and your brain bounces around. Alright, so the symptoms. So after you get a concussion, every concussion is different, it varies. So the symptoms are drowsiness, headache, loss of consciousness, memory loss, irritable confusion, balance problems, dizziness, difficulty speaking and communicating, depression, nausea and vomiting, and sleep patterns may change. Alright, so to recover from concussion, it's very important to not do any physical activity, physical rest, and mental express. Mental is probably the most important. You do not read a book, you do not watch TV, you do not play video games. You keep your brain from doing this not very much as much as possible, and until your symptoms are done, you slowly go back in your daily activities. Don't rush back into them when you go back to work or school, or else your concussion symptoms will go right back. So it's very important to go slowly back into your daily activities. Alright, symptoms and treatment. Alright, this is what schools are doing with concussions. So this is what the NCAA website and the UIL, University Interscholastic Leagues, is doing about concussions. So in the NCAA, they have a pre-participation assessment, recognition and diagnosis of concussions, and they have a post-concussion management. And the UIL has a 4-step thing. When a player gets a concussion, they remove you from play. You get help by a healthcare professional. You inform the parents or the guardian right away of what's going on, and they keep athletes off for the rest of the day. And you cannot return to play at all or practice until you're informed by a professional. Alright, what to prevent a concussion? Alright, so you wear the right equipment, obviously. You don't want to go in there without protecting your head. The number one thing for me is follow the rules. So if you know what to do, follow the rules. This will deeply decrease the chances or the odds of you not getting a concussion. So if your emotions are high or you're making stupid decisions and you're not knowing what you're doing, you're not following the rules, you're obviously getting a better chance of getting a concussion. And the third thing is doing what I'm doing right now, doing concussion management programs so parents, the athletes, the coaches, and the trainers know all what they're doing. So when an athlete or your friend gets a concussion, you know what to do, you know how to fix it. Everybody, so it doesn't go over your head, and you do the best you can to get back on the field. Thank you so much.